Hey there, Apocalypse Lumberjacks, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Arctic, episode 43, Timber! Right off the start, I am going to open up a poll about what to do first. Here, let me push it up. Come on, all the way, there it goes. What to do first, and it's pretty simple. I can either improve the pool house. I have some ideas about things I could do in the pool house to make it better. I can scavenge for supplies. You know, there's always more supplies out there, and, well, I can grab it. I can level up useful skills. Kind of surprised tailoring is my lowest level skill, considering how important tailoring is when you're frozen cold. We can gather more fuel for heating, because, well, it's very, very cold out right now. Or viewer-submitted ideas. I would open up the suggestion box, and you all could suggest different goals for me that aren't on this poll. The first thing I'm going to do in the morning is just check up on the farm, make sure I have food for the day, you know, the daily chores, like you do. Looks like I've got a singular bowl of stew, so that might be one of the first things needing to be addressed. Still in considerable pain, sleep is still disabled, so... recovery time, I don't know, but not looking awesome. Gonna read a book for the boredom. And then inspect the farm, because I have had devil's water fungus in the farm recently, and I'm worried about it spreading and wiping out swaths of the farm. So the fireplace has 38 hours in it, which isn't bad. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the planks I was using away. And then also let you guys know what the ambient temperature is outside. Keeping in mind, of course, that it is just about the warmest time of the day, like 2 p.m.-ish. Right? 3 p.m. I think is like the warmest. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it's cold out. It's very cold out. Let's see. Office Viking, thank you for the resub, by the way. It's, you know, it's only negative 107 Fahrenheit with a wind chill of like 20 degrees colder. Victor. Victor Freeze to more like Victor Frozen. And it looks like you guys want me to gather more fuel for heating. Oh, it's just lovely toasty out. Clearly. So right now my current weight is dropping. It wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to cook up particularly high caloric foods in order to gain some weight and then also facilitate healing because, well, you know, I'm hurt again. Surprise, surprise. Seems to happen kind of often, so when I say surprise, surprise, I mean nobody's surprised. Or at least they shouldn't be. So this time around, maybe I will add some lard or olive oil or something to this stew in order to fatten me up like a spring chicken. Got to put on those layers for the negative 100 degree temperatures outside. I've also been reading fishing, which is, as far as you ask me, rather hilarious considering at negative 100 Fahrenheit, well, fishing wouldn't be particularly useful. I really do like the look of the pool house, though, with the added walls and the expansions and all that. It's nice. There's something warm and homey about it, even if it is only 11 Fahrenheit where I'm standing right now. So 2 stews. We'll do potatoes and rabbit meat. It's not going to be as filling as like the last one though, because it looks like I don't have a lot of rabbit or bird meat to add to it. So we're going to rely a little bit more heavily on potatoes and cabbage instead. Okay, well, they're both done. Time to add some salt. And lard, maybe a bouillon cube. Okay, well, we'll see how this works. Sounds like a really weird food to be eating. I'd also like to rearm the traps that are down south in my little trap field. The zombies had, like, largely broken some of the traps the last time I was down there. They're attracted to them, and they smash them up, so that's not so good. Do I still have cereal on me? No? Whatever happened to the cereal that I had that I was going to rearm the traps for? Is that in the car? Could be in the car. I don't really remember. But I'm going to want, like, cabbage for the rabbits, and then... Actually, you know what? I have carrots now. I did grow some carrots, so let's bring the carrots out. So carrots and cereal to catch rabbits and birds. Seems about right to me. Did I put the cereal in one of these shelves? Just trying to remember. No, maybe not. Well, there's always more boxes. I vaguely remember, like, setting it aside somewhere different than my food stocks, because I knew that I was going to use it for trapping. I thought I set it aside near the farming area, but apparently that's not true. Bring stuff to repair the broken traps. Well, I'm going to be cooking, or I'm going to be, because you guys voted already that I'm going to be gathering fuel. So I'll be cutting stuff like trees over there anyway, so I don't really need to bring materials. Just nails and a hammer. More than enough. Okay, we got our bowls of stew. I'm going to set the other one down. And it's like 5 p.m. already, so this might be one of those I do this tomorrow. If I headed out now, I'd be getting the latest of late starts. I'd cut down like one tree and then call it a day. Wouldn't be enough. But what I can do is I can prep the car with everything I'm gonna need, so that it's a quick departure tomorrow morning. Huh. I think crackers can be used as well, but like I don't have a lot of them. Oh, is it in this pile? Maybe it's in this pile. Well, there is cereal here, so I'll grab that. So I've got carrots, cereal, and worms. What a lovely combination. I had mentioned that I was going to check up the farm, and then kind of never did it. I got distracted, so let's continue that. And I'll try to keep the water looking like water. So let's fill up at our plumbed sink. I'll try not to click the water like I do normally. So I don't think I'm going to worry about fine water levels. you know, I'm just here looking for diseases. I'll do a big thing of watering once the water levels get to, like, parched. No, everything looks fun. Okay, sweet. Nope. Didn't leave it in the car. Well, I'm glad I found some, glad I found a little bit of cereal at the very least. I hope that I do heal by the end of the stream so that I can actually show off the new entry. We'll see. So other useful things I can do while I wait for tomorrow, because it's 6 p.m., not quite late enough for me to bother sleeping, and I don't really have reading material that I'm gonna bother reading. %68 fuel for this generator. It's no problem. Leave that one alone. I can get the ropes and the axe into the truck, I guess. Van, whatever it is. Or just into my backpack. I'm almost below weight. So close. I'm just gonna swap out my, like, very broken wood axe for a fresh one, so I don't really have to worry about the axe breaking on me, especially if there's combat down that way. Meaning that I can ditch the wood glue, because I'm not gonna really need it. Fresh axe isn't gonna break anytime soon. Is there any other way for me to lose, like, ditch extra weight? Not really. Most of the items that I'm holding right now are, like, necessary. I guess what I could do is I could ditch 2 sheet ropes and just go with 10 regulars. That would lower my weight enough to be able to stash the book and stuff like that. And now I'm not encumbered. Because being encumbered while you're injured is kind of a bad idea. I click the water. Well, might as well click all the water now. Alright. So it's water, just really scary looking. I clicked the water because I wanted to wash up my clothing. More or less as a demonstration of how dangerous hypothermia is now. So, yes, I am indeed planning on wandering outside, wet, and in -100. Because what possibly could go wrong? So let's open up the temperature overlay. Interestingly, well, I mean, it takes a minute, right? I'm like chilly, but it's dropping. Alright, so now I'm down to freezing. With freezing wind chill. My body is super cold. Body response, I am shivering and fighting cold all over. So yeah, I mean, properly cold outside. Despite the fact that I'm like wearing just about as warm things as possible. Good times. If you guys want to suggest viewer-submitted ideas, I can share them on the poll. So I will open up the suggestion box for that. Right, dude? And I forgot. Yeah, I'm in too much pain to go to sleep. You know you're playing Zomboid well when you're in constant pain, right? That's how that works. Yeah, time to consolidate all of my small amounts of painkillers into one big bucket of random painkillers. You can't get addicted to painkillers when you don't know what kind of painkillers you're taking. Just close your eyes and swallow them blind. Nothing wrong with that. So my plan is to head down to where the traps are and rearm the traps, and then also go ahead and, you know, get as much fuel as I can, load it up. I think I'll only have maybe like 20 hours or so left on the stove. 21 hours. So yeah, definitely going to be important. It's the American way of taking painkillers. You know, I don't really know that America has the monopoly on drug abuse. As much as I like to tease America about the things that America is ridiculous on, drug abuse, I think, is not monopolized here. We're good to go. Fuel and trap time. So indoors, not near a stove, it's actually the temperature's changing depending where I was. Upstairs it was like 10 degrees warmer. Okay, the game is going crazy. I hop in the car and it's like negative 109. The garage was like negative 40. Obviously the mod is well, let's call it a work in progress. But being in a car with a negative 110, it's like a liquid nitrogen van. I wonder if the the van's heater is even going to make a dent. And I'll just go ahead and leave the doors open to the base. If zombies get in, I'll notice them on my return journey. So only 2 zombies. That's fewer than I thought it would be. Although there aren't trees nearby for me to cut down to repair the traps. So parking here is not really going to work. I can at least rearm the bird traps, I guess. Oh man, it is cold. I think the game doesn't want me to have these favorited, or else I can't use it. Yep, that was correct. There goes the worm and the cereal. And then for the stick traps, we'll get the carrots out. I'm sort of curious how long the carrots will last, just like in the trunk. I'm going to keep them in there so that I can rearm traps and not have to remember to bring it with me. I'll do the same with the cereal. But as you may have noticed, I didn't get any animals from the traps. So we're not going to have some sort of wonderful game meat feast. And I'll leave the car running because it's pretty cool. Ooh, nice crit. Axes is one of those skills that, early game, like, especially wood axes, because they swing so slow. If you're on, like, Apocalypse difficulty where there's no multi-hit, wood axes are really dangerous because it's very difficult to get hits on zombies before they close the gap, especially if there's more than one. But having the Axeman skill, late game with, like, strong axes, very, very strong. On stream, I don't think I've ever built a character like that, but I've used them personally in Zomboid, and oh man, high-level axe skill is awesome. Good, I'm already winded. Done like 1/10 of the work that I intend to. Yeah, I think you can see the swing speed. It gets a little bit better, you know, with Axeman, but it is not particularly safe on harder difficulties. As even with one zombie is nearly... Oh, well, thanks for all the drugs. This one zombie is nearly catching up to me and closing the gap between swings. Ah, there's a propane range on their deck. It's good to know. Whoa! Hi. I, like, didn't see there. Yeah, I'm not swinging fast enough, as you can see. He's, like, nearly taking nibbles between swings. The speed and efficiency at which I'm killing these zombies is, like, comedy horror levels of inefficient. Like, I'm just a slapstick drum roll away from using a cricket bat. As Simon Pegg. Oh no, I hear another one. I don't have the energy to fight you, so please go away. Nothing like seeing single-digit numbers in the opening salvo of self-defense. So bad. Ever played cricket? I have not, no. I'd imagine that answer would be the same for, like, most Americans. Could be wrong about that, but it's not a very popular sport over here. In fact, I am not sure I've ever seen a field for it. No, actually, I have seen cricket. Once. Yeah. Which was interesting, because I did not realize that there were... I think the people playing cricket were mostly Indian, and I didn't realize that there was, like, a significant Indian population in the, like, tiny town that I was living in. But my guess is they, like, drove far and wide to convene for it. But it wasn't a proper cricket field. It was just the best that they could make do. Oh, God. Okay. Clearly, I have a bit of an audience watching me obtain materials. There's like a horde of zombies on the roof over there. They don't seem to be able to path to me, but I'm gonna get out of here. Because the group is growing. And I don't have the ability to fight effectively or run away at all. What I could do is rest up a little bit, switch weapons, and try to fight my way back to it. And they're gonna like meander towards me anyway. I think. Yeah, one at least one is. Oh, well, now there's another group. Because I had wanted to make some additional traps, but I am definitely getting pushed out of this area. I wish there was a way to be looking out the back of your van. Hey, look at that! My pain has gone down, which indicates that I am recovering from my fracture a little bit. Oh, why are they coming now? Hey, Orange Chaos, thanks for gifting out a sub. Alright, I think I'm going to stand my ground. It's probably not a smart idea, but it's only 11 a.m. and I'm not done being outed out of my park. This is my park. You can't make me leave. What's my endgame goal? Mostly for the viewer choice games, I don't have endgame goals because whether I play them or not are not up to me. So it's hard to plan an endgame when it's a series of an indeterminate length. It's the one downside about the viewer choice stuff. Leaving the games that I play up to you is great. I particularly enjoy it, but it does mean that I can't have like big lofty goals because I have no idea week to week whether I'm playing it or not. But this is the finale because nobody proposed for me to play Zomboid in June or July, although I know it's June 1st. So tomorrow the games that are going to be on the poll for next Thursday are different and will not include Zomboid. So, the next time viewers' choice polls will have Zomboid at the earliest would be August, meaning that, yes, of course, this is the finale. You guys voted for it, or chose for it to be the finale, not even me. That's how these things work. Well, killing these zombies is going pretty slow, but I do intend to try to drive back to that section of the park that had trees. I think because of the server settings that I have with how like slow the debris and the growth and everything is, trees like don't grow back at a normal pace that you commonly see for Zomboid. Like normally playing Zomboid, you'd have trees growing back regularly and popping up as saplings all the time. But they're just missing. So Wolfsbane, to further answer you, the other thing I find difficult is like Zomboid lacks an endgame in the game mechanics, right? There's kind of like not a whole lot to do after your initial survival. And as a result, I've always struggled when I play Zomboid to come up with like reasonable endgame goals that are like unique. Obviously there are popular challenges that you can find where, you know, that people do. But the issue with that is it's been done. So I did have some ideas, like for instance the prequel to Nomad, but the game doesn't really support the idea yet. So some of the Zomboid series that I plan on making in the future requires Zomboid to essentially be updated or mods to exist to allow for those series, and well, mods don't exist just yet. And then I would say the other issue is a lot of the things that you can do in Zomboid just take a considerable amount of invested time. So some of the coolest things you can do, like for instance, let's say building your own base. Well, building your own base in Zomboid is like a lot of fun. But if you're streaming it, it would take so many hours, you know, 10, 15, 20 hours for you to like build a base from scratch. Which means that unless your audience is on board with you cutting planks for 10 hours, it's probably not a very reasonable thing to do, because it's going to be very off-putting for the majority of the people that would watch you. And that's the other issue with Zomboid, is like there's a lot of really cool things to do, but everything just takes so much invested time that it's not really reasonable to do on stream. It'd be more reasonable to do as like a YouTube video where you edit out all of, or just have like a times 20 speed montage of you cutting down a forest. But to have you guys watch each individual tree be cut, yeah, no, I get it. I understand, and it's why I don't incorporate those kind of like giant projects, because they're not, they can't be done in a reasonable time frame. What are some of the things I hope get implemented? Well, I've been saying, like, for forever that I hope NPCs get implemented in a very reasonable way. Zomboid is, of course, a really fun game to play multiplayer, but, you know, for those that play, like me, that play the majority of it single player, NPCs would introduce a level of amount of dynamic gameplay that it could feel, if done right, it could feel very fresh and new, which would be very, very good for the longevity and replayability of the game. But only if it's done right. There haven't been game mechanics introduced in Zomboid yet that I think are bad. But I say only done right because I've tried out all of the mods that add NPCs, and they're all so almost terribly unusable that, yeah, they're unusable. They're so buggy, so glitchy. The NPCs are like just wonky and don't do stuff. They get stuck everywhere, and it's just frustrating. It's just pure frustration to try to use them. So, that would be a big one. And then the other one would just be, and it seems like update 42, which is the next potential one, is addressing a lot of this, which is a more reasonable leveling and crafting system. Because as it is now, a lot of the meta to level up a lot of skills is, well, stupid. Like, and mindless and not rewarding. The game is still fun, but, you know, it's like, oh, well, you want to become a good electrician, go find 25,000 wall clocks and dismantle them one at a time. It's like, what? What? No. Go find, like, 16,000 wristwatches. You want to hit level 10? Yep, you better get searching those wrists, right? Like, there are crafting systems that I think need considerable overhaul for them to be more reasonable. Because, you know, at present, dismantling 1,000 watches so that you can wire things up is not great. And I'm pretty used to grindy games, so that, I think, says a lot. So I think that finishes off all of the rope that I have. So I'm all set to return home with the fuel. Which is good. It's only just before 3 p.m. So what should I do next? There was some viewer submitted ideas, so let me incorporate them in. There was one which is more storage shelves, so I'll add that in. And here we go. So this is the poll for tomorrow. I've not yet placed the new traps. I'm driving over there to drop them now. So 2 carrots, 2 traps. I guess the remaining carrots I have in my inventory really can't be used for traps because they're all partial carrots. When you... It does... I wonder why the developers decided to do this. When you add a carrot, it uses like 3/4 of the carrot, leaving you with 1/4 of a carrot that like can't be used to arm additional traps. So... You know, if it was up to me, I would just have you huck the whole carrot in, right? Like 1 unit of carrot. Presumably 1 carrot. So that you don't end up with these, like, tiny fractional carrots. Baby carrots. I guess the developers want to leave you with baby carrots. I don't know. But all traps are good to go. Weight still dropping. What number is that? Just -6 degrees? I don't... It's -06. For whatever reason, this garage is particularly warm. I don't know why. Don't mind it, but I don't understand it. It's warmer than, like, upstairs. I haven't the foggiest idea why that is. And you guys want me to scavenge for supplies. Alright. Well, what kind of supplies are we talking? Medical supplies? Food? Weapons? Other? Ah, Fractional Carrots was your high school band name. Sweet. I think this time around I'm going to take the effort of sawing the stacks so that I can level up my carpentry basically for free. Or 23 hours, basically. What would other entail? I guess I'd make it up. The other supplies that I could imagine trying to obtain would be spare car parts or something like that. You know, something else that would be good to have stockpiled in the base. I did just do a gasoline run, so I don't really need more gas. But Chad, if you want to come up with what other means, by all means, shed some light on on what other is. Another one is seeds, right? I unfortunately, I think it was carrots. I like harvested all my carrots early and ended up with no carrot seeds, and I can't sow carrots. So I could go looking for carrot seeds, because that would be an obvious high need. Well, not high need, but, you know, if I ever want carrots again. And then for farming, so this type of seeds of farming seeds, there's broccoli, cabbage, carrots, potato, radish, strawberries, and tomatoes. I don't believe I have tomatoes either sown. So not only could I look for carrots, but I could also look for tomatoes. I'm going to double check that I don't have packets of tomato seeds that I've just overlooked. Because, you know, knowing me, it's possible that I do. Hey, Sleepy, thank you for the resub. Oh, I'm sorry about hearing that you have food poisoning. That sucks. Hopefully it passes quickly. Okay, maybe that was a bad way to phrase that. Hopefully you recover quickly, I think is maybe a nicer way of saying it. So if you want to shout out just in chat some ideas for what other could be, I have so far farming seeds, car parts, and anything else that comes to mind that wasn't already pulled about. Have at it. So I've got, so of the farming packets, I have broccoli, I have cabbage, I don't have carrots, I have potatoes, I have radishes, I have strawberries, and I don't have tomatoes. So carrots and tomato seeds could be searched for. I find myself leaving the cutting, you know, material over here often. I'll just leave the axe and the ropes. And I'm just probably going to torch all these planks because I don't have a home improvement project in mind for them anyway. So I really only cut them for the carpentry scale, but because I'm carpenter level 8, it's not super useful. I'm definitely hobbling faster, though. I'll leave the last 12 alone and add it to my plank pile. So we are up to 161 hours of fuel. Let me add 3 more planks. I think that will bring me up to a week of fuel. $166. Okay, 1 more plank. I can't do my math right. There you go. 168 hours. So we have enough fuel to last us pretty much the rest of September. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Arctic, which originally streamed live on Twitch June 1st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream of another game, as this was the finale. Farewell, my fellow Zombies Lairs,